What's going on, guys? Asian guy here, super excited to bring you this video. It is none other than the PENTAMAX SULONG Carrot Showcase video. Now, for those of you who have been on my channel for around the last 6-7 months, you guys will know how excited, how much I've been anticipating this unit, just a unit, not even a legend, to hit the Japan server of One Piece Treasure Cruise. And she finally came, and luckily, by the blessings of Sulong Josephine, my cat Sulong Jojo, who's over there in the corner, staring at me pretty angrily, but nonetheless, with her blessings, I was able to pull her and land her on my account. I'm so happy. She's really reinvigorated my love for the game because she is a speed running beast, literally a speed running beast. There are a few downsides to her, of course. You can't do forest. There's many things that you can't clear with her, especially when there's like end of turn death damage or like 200k damage. Colosseum Oven, Colosseum Pedro come to mind. You can do them if you do have units, for example, Strong World Nami of all units, which is a unit I kept sending to the Rayleigh shop and I didn't even keep a single copy of, and I'm now regretting it. So always keep a single copy of every single unit, guys. But Strong World Nami, Resilience does work on Carrot. Also 6+ Bartolomeo works as well. I believe normal Bartolomeo will work as well. Any kind of resilience will work on Sulong Carrot, but she does basically negate all sorts of damage reduction or defensive abilities. And on that note, can I just complain, guys, if you have Sulong Carrot, because I've seen this with like 75 to 80% of my friends list who have Sulong Carrot, do not freaking put damage reduction sockets on her. It doesn't make any sense. It's literally counterproductive. It's a redundant socket. So please, if you have damage reduction on Sulong Carrot, it's not doing anything. It's being negated completely. So please put orbs on her. The orb rate on her is already insane, but if you add that extra 20 points into orbs, you'll almost guarantee a full board of matching orbs every single turn. So please put orbs on her. If you're not going to put orbs, map damage resistance, poison damage resistance, resilience, recovery up, anything but damage reduction. Please. But now the rant is over. Welcome to the video. Let's drop some voice lines for you here. That is her. I'm sorry for interrupting, but that is her base voice line there. That's when she's the normal Carrot instead of Sulong version. And the rest of her voice line, she has 3 other ones that are all Sulong version. Let's see if we can get them here. Alright, hopefully that didn't get anyone aroused. I see you furries out there. Hopefully that didn't get anyone aroused. But this is my Carrot that I have, plus 100 HP, plus 100 attack, max skill, max sockets. I've gone with Bind, Despair cooldown, auto healing, and orbs. I was actually considering putting potentially poison reduction, because you know we're entering that age where poison is a lot more common. The Colosseum we are challenging today is Magellan, and of course poison does help on him. And then we've also got the limit break sockets. Most of those aren't actually that useful on the Carrot. The limit break for damage reduction is redundant for the first 12 turns, and also the barrier penetration is basically, you know, what's the point? Anyway, this is the team we're going to be running today. Normally, when you enter the newest Colosseum with the latest batch, you do need the latest batch, right? You have all of those boosted units. You have 4 new rare recruits that are boosted, along with the 2 legend captains that you've got. And that's typically the team that you have to run, or that's the most optimal team for the latest Colosseum. But with Sulong Carrot, because her mechanics are so busted, you can run a full free-to-play subs team with her, and to top it off, we're at the end of 2018. You rarely get to say this. You get to run a free-to-play beat stick. Yes, Fortnite toy soldier right here. Fortnite Kuros. This little measly soldier unit right here is just going to serve as a beat stick and to fulfill the criteria of the Blackbeard ship, which is going to be the striker and the shooter. But we already have Kizaru on here as a shooter as well. Now this team, the only requirement that you really need to have is to have limit break max on Rayleigh, because you need to have that cooldown reduction. It's actually not essential, but it helps a lot in case you want to, if you want to guarantee yourself basically 100% success rate by hitting perfects, of course, you do need to have this Rayleigh, because in the 1% chance you get a full board of badly matching orbs, then Rayleigh can shuffle that and reset that. But let's go into the actual raid here. Let me quickly turn on Do Not Disturb as well, so people don't see my notifications, my 18 plus notifications dropping down. But Sulong Kara, I will showcase to you guys my original pay-to-win team that I ran into Coliseum Magellan. But this is the free-to-play team. You don't need to store with it if I'm not mistaken, and you'll see exactly why. So, the first turn, okay, so that's the transformation. Obviously on the first turn, there's no way to manipulate the orbs. Well, you can if you have your specials ready, and of course I do have the Kizaru ready. You can use Kizaru here if you want to take it a little bit slower and also stall up your specials. Not necessary at all. And basically all I'm going to do is quickly just go through this stage if possible. And of course, remember guys, she does have the 4 times attack boost. And I just realized that I have left the sound on, so hopefully that wasn't too loud. I'm going to turn the sound off now. Alright, let's turn that off. Sorry about that, guys. Very unprofessional. But as you can see here, only one orb. Just the one orb that wasn't matching there. But it's a-okay. It's a-okay. It doesn't matter. Oh, this is a little bit weird without sound now, trying to hit the perfects. I'm making my excuses now in case I fail. But look at the damage, ladies and gentlemen. Just look at the beautiful damage. 1.9 million. 1.9 million. Oh, almost again a full board of matching orbs. Now, this Coliseum, the nice thing about this Coliseum isn't any sort of weird utility required. You don't need to have Bind or Despair sockets. You don't need to have that kind of utility. You don't get Silence. You do, however, get Special Rewind, which is interesting. Obviously, Sulong Kara and the most recent Trafalgar Lord, the Treasure Map Trafalgar Lord, who I unfortunately do not have on this account, Rainbowed. I have him on my free-to-play account, Rainbowed, is very, very good on these stages because of Special Rewind. Instead, I'm going to be using Kizaru, so that's not a big deal for me. Obviously, if you do have better subs than I do here, if you have pay-to-win subs, this is going to be a lot easier because you will be doing a lot more damage on these stages here. If you bring Sai subs, for example, on my pay-to-win team, I have V2 Aokiji and I also have limited rare recruit Tashigi, you can actually just one-shot this stage straight up, which makes life a lot easier. However, it's really not too big of a deal. As you can see here, we are just going to just two-shot this stage. You take a little bit of damage, but with the Blackbeard ship, you do have a fair chunk of HP as well. So do keep that in mind. And then the next stage is going to be your beloved Shiru, Toadski's favorite unit in the game. Again, unfortunately, we did not get a full board of matching orbs. It's peculiar because normally we do. Actually, on this team, I think the reason why, let me just quickly take a look, is because we do not have 20 points. That's right, we don't have 20 points, unfortunately, in orb boost. If we did, I guarantee you, we would have had every single turn matching orbs, every single turn. Now on this stage you can also one-shot him, but I advise not doing that. He doesn't do anything for the first turn if you don't kill him, so it gives you an extra turn to heal, because the next turn Magellan is going to poison you for 7,500 damage. And there we go, finally a full board of matching orbs. And of course, if you do get very, very unlucky here, guys, you could have stored up your Rayleigh. You can even use one carrot here. You can use the Toy Soldier special here, actually. It's probably the best one to use here to increase Rayleigh's cooldown. Now, I'm going to do this just to showcase an example of me actually doing it. Okay, I can't use Toy Soldier. I'm a bad representative here. Never mind, ignore me. But you can use Kizaru here instead. But regardless, my point is, with Rayleigh, you can use his special here, and then the next turn, you can just reduce his cooldowns all the way back down to 0, and then activate him on that turn. But we don't, fortunately, need to do that. In fact, I'm pretty sure no one will ever come to a point where there's a full board of non-matching orbs, because the chance of getting matching orbs, according to a Reddit article, I believe with level 3 and matching orbs, you get around 85% orb matching rate, which is insane. So I cannot see a world where you are so unlucky, so unlucky that every single orb is a negatively matching orb. I just don't see that happening. But Magellan, again, the latest Coliseum, the end of 2018, we are going to be using a full free-to-play subs team, not a full free-to-play team, but a full free-to-play subs team to take out the latest Coliseum. And of course, that is always going to be a feels good, man. So we're going to drop this. This is Carrot Special. It looks pretty damn awesome. I'm still a little bit salty about how they animated her attacking the ships. Toei, you didn't do a great job, honestly speaking, but it is what it is. We will use the second carrot as well. So if you don't want to go with any stalling, you can just save all your specials up for the boss stage. If you want to play a little bit more safer with this team, then you should stall, because as you can see here, I ended up using both carrots to reduce everyone's cooldowns back to max. So we're going to get the chain lock here with Pudding, the wedding Pudding. You can use any chain lock on this team. You can replace both Pudding and Toy Soldier on this team. The only essential units here are Kizaru and also Raylia. Both of those can also be replaced as well, but I would just recommend Toy Soldier and Pudding. Replace Pudding with any chain locker. It doesn't even have to be a chain locker that's boosted by Carrot, so you can also have someone like V2 Rayleigh, you can have Limited Rare Recruit Moria, anyone like that. You can have Kai Boa, Hancock Raid. So yeah, any of that, and then any sort of beat stick that gives you the Blackbeard ship with the Toy Soldier replacement works perfectly fine as well. So with that, we should have all the specials ready. We don't even need to use Kizaru's special here, actually, which is something I completely ducked out on. And you also don't need to use Toy Soldier here. So if you did use Carrot on the previous turn, you can actually just use Kizaru on this turn to roll forward Pudding special. Now, this has been a bit of a mess. I do apologize. Just got to hit my perfects now, just to showcase the beauty that is Le Sulong Carrot. Now, as you can see here, we probably don't even need to use the second Sulong Carrot for the additional damage. We would have had something like 13 million. There you have it, guys. Sulong Carrot for free-to-play subs. It's a beautiful legend. Now, obviously, this is going to go way faster when you're putting pay-to-win subs, which my original team was, and I will showcase to you that in 3, 2, 1, and we're back. This is the pay-to-win team that I'm currently using. You can, of course, replace a lot of these units here. As I mentioned earlier, it doesn't have to be Limited Rare Recruit Toshigi. Any chain locker will work fine. Obviously, with that free-to-play team, it basically demonstrates you don't have to use any pay-to-win subs to beat this Magellan as long as you have the Carrot. Now, Carrot also works perfectly fine as a friend captain as well to beat this Magellan as well, which also just makes things tastier. She's exactly like Legend Blackbeard, one of the prime legends that you want to be able to leech off. So if you have a lot of friend captains that are carrots, count yourself lucky, because that in itself is very useful. Lucy pairs up so well with this Carrot. Lucy is coming back, guys. Lucy is coming back thanks to this Carrot. So yeah, Lucy works perfectly well with this team too. So hopefully we are going to, because we are going to be using level 3 in orb slots. If I can find someone, let me just check if everyone has changed to orb slots now. Damage reduction, he's got metabolism. What are you doing? He has a full rainbow Carrot, and he's put damage on. What is the order of these sockets? This is disgusting. This is a disgrace. Metabolism, I am very disappointed. Hyde, don't let me down. Hyde, you didn't let me down. Spade, don't let me down. Spade didn't let me down as well. Okay, it seems like a lot of people have changed over to orb sockets now. Thank you to everyone that has changed over to orb sockets, because honestly, seeing damage reduction is so triggering. Now, we're just going to blast through this. Hopefully, after the first turn, we will be able to showcase the matching orb rate being basically every single turn. Have a full board of matching orbs, because that is just so satisfying. It's so satisfying. Alright, let's begin. You can, of course, skip this as well. Typically, what happens, though, I have noticed a lot, is at the beginning, I do feel like I get quite a lot of negative orbs at the beginning. But outside of that, it becomes a Bellissimo straight away. Next turn, I'm going to say it, full board of matching orbs. Don't make me look bad. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I retract my statement, ladies and gentlemen. Not looking pretty here. Carrot, come on. Double Carrot, come on. You can't be doing me dirty like this. I'm trying to look cool in front of the audience right now. This time round. There you go. That's more like it. And with this, if I hit every single perfect in the correct order, I should actually be able to kill Blackbeard immediately. But I'm not very good at this game, as many of you guys know. But I'm still going to try my best. Alright, that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. Easy. 3 million damage, ladies and gentlemen. No boosts, just auto-attacking. And bear in mind, we only have 2 Psy units there. 3 million damage. 3 big fat million damage. Right there, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, we get a full border matching orbs again. I believe I can one-shot this Shuri if I hit every single perfect. Again, let's try it. 1, 2. Oh, I'm actually making a fatal error here if I'm not mistaken. I'm not going to one-shot him because I actually need to stall. I don't have Raid Rayleigh on this team, so I don't have the correct cooldown here. So 4-turn cooldown I think is a-okay. I hope, because otherwise I'm going to die. Shiryu on death rewinds your specials.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Okay. I may have made a slight miscalculation. These things unfortunately happen. But, you know, I would like to believe, even without the attack boost, we can kill Magellan. I'm pretty sure Magellan has 10 million HP. I don't think this is going to happen. But, you know, it's worth a shot. Just got to hit every single perfect. Doesn't look very promising. Wait, hold up. Hold up. You don't even need an attack boost. You don't even need an attack boost. But bear in mind, guys, we did get a crit off there, courtesy of the Rainbow Carrot. And I believe she has a 90% chance to crit for 10% extra damage, which just put us over 10 million. But as you saw there, we didn't have an attack boost because I miscalculated. I should have brought Raid Rayleigh instead of the Akainu, but the Akainu looks so cool. Also could have brought Raid Rayleigh instead of V2 Aokiji. And of course, I'm sure you guys can imagine if I had the attack boost, I would have only needed to tap 3 times. In fact, maybe just 2 times. No, I think 3 times. So the first tap to unleash the 2.75 times chain, and then attack twice with carrots. And then it's a-okay. So very, very easy mode Colosseum with the carrot. I'm actually very surprised that just with a chain lock and an orb boost, only with those 2 things, we were able to kill Magellan. And also bear in mind, we didn't have any orb manipulation there. We just ran with the orb rate up, full border matching orbs on the final 3 stages of that Colosseum. Hopefully that showcases to you guys how awesome Raid Carrot is. Raid Carrot, Legend Sulong Carrot is. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I will be showcasing some more teams in the future, hopefully, how to use her, how to best utilize her, her pluses and her minuses. You know what? Let's actually discuss her pluses and her minuses at this segment of the video. So I will see you guys in a moment. Alrighty guys, so the advantages and disadvantages of Legend Sulong Carrot. Now the first thing that comes to mind when I think of disadvantages is that preemptives count towards this 12-turn countdown that Sulong Carrot has to stay in her Sulong form, which is a real shame because most pieces of content nowadays, there's either 2, 3, even 4 different preemptive turns, which means you're going to be essentially running Carrot instead of 12 turns. You're going to have her in Sulong form for like 8, 7, 9 to 7, 8, 9 turns, maybe 10 turns, something like that, which isn't as appealing as the 12 turns naturally. Hopefully they change that when she gets a 6+. One day she'll get a 6+, hopefully she does. But this also goes for her as a sub as well. So when you're running her as a sub, she starts off with a 12-turn cooldown, exactly the same as when she's a captain. And this goes down 1 by 1 with preemptives as well. So this kind of sucks for her as a sub. You're gonna need a little bit more because she doesn't have inherent cooldown reduction as a sub outside of the cooldown reduction sockets, whereas with her as a captain you have 4 turns of cooldown reduction, so her special will be ready in 8 turns, or in fact 6 turns I believe if you have cooldown. Yeah, 6 turns. Whereas if you're running her as a sub on a team, then you're going to have her 10 turns at the beginning of the quest, or maybe 9 turns if you have like a Blackbeard ship or something like that. So not as great as it seems at first, but still a very strong sub. I would say the fact that preemptives do count towards the cooldown reduction takes her down from being like a god tier sub to a good sub, or a very, very good sub. Instead of being one of the best subs in the game, I think that does degrade her down a little bit. As a captain though, I cannot fault her. I do think she's a top 5 legend. Depending on where you want to put her, I would say she's definitely top 10. Easy a top 10 legend if you're a veteran player and you have every unit in the game. Obviously, not everyone has every unit in the game. But hypothetically speaking, if you had every unit in the game, then she is arguably one of your top 3 legends. You'll probably have one go-to legend, which is your safe legend that can clear things slowly and surely. This will be your speedrunning legend for any difficult content that can be speedrun. And then you have Legend Buggy, because Legend Buggy is amazing as well. Outside of that though, artwork is superb. The other big disadvantage for this carrot though, that I found is that not having Legend Katakuri really hurts. Legend Katakuri is the best orb manipulator for this carrot with the carrot special and Legend Katakuri special. Not only do you get a crap ton of cooldown reduction, you get 3 turns cooldown reduced with that combination, you get a full border matching orbs which goes past block orbs as well, which is very, very nice. And of course, if you do have a delayer, then that extra 1.75 times attack boost for the delayed enemy is super, super good as well. But outside of that, I don't see too many disadvantages with her. She has a limited sub pool, I guess, which is another disadvantage. But there are plenty of units out there. They're going to bring out more units for Carrot as well. The most recently released units, Stussy, superb for her. Opera, superb for her. Limited rare recruit, Pedro is very, very good on her as well. So all of that is moving forward with Carrot. Hopefully there's going to be more subs, more free-to-play subs. Actually, the Colosseum Magellan himself is actually a very good sub on this rare recruit carrot. Rare recruit, blasphemy, legend Sulong carrot. So the pool she has right now, a little bit limited, but it's growing. It's definitely growing. The fact she's able to pair up with a bunch of different legends as well. You don't have to run double Sulong carrot. I would say double Sulong carrot is more optimal though, because if you don't run double Sulong carrot, you're going to be in trouble with your cooldowns. You want that 4-turn cooldown reduction as opposed to just 2 turns, because that's going to really cut you close if you pair her up. But regardless, you can pair her up with someone like Lucy, V2 Aokiji very nicely as well. So those are the major advantages and disadvantages of her. I'm so happy to have pulled her. I really hope you guys get to pull her. At the very least, you have friend captains that are Sulong carrots and you get to try her out, because she is so awesome. She's so badass and she's so, so cool. I'm very happy to have pulled her. Thank you to Sulong Josephine, and thank you to everyone that has followed Sulong Josephine at Jojo Whiskers on Instagram as well. Thank you to you guys, because now my wife is not going to domestically abuse me for 1 entire week. A whole week I am free from domestic abuse, because so many of you guys follow Jojo at Jojo Whiskers on Instagram. So thank you so, so much for doing that. Link is in the description if you would like to help me out on my quest not to get any more bruises. But that is it from me, guys. That is a Sulong Carrot showcase. I might add a few extra clips at the end of the video just for you guys that might be interested in whether or not how good she is in like story mode, in raid bosses, or in other Colosseums, or you know, Fortnite's and speedrunning, that kind of stuff in general. Thank you so much for watching though. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Hope you enjoyed the video, and bye bye.